On today's show, we'll just be having a chat. I'm just going to be talking. It's not even a news report. I don't even know why I wore the news outfit. Hello! You're watching NNN on New Nintendo News. This is a gaming show where we keep you up to date with the latest Nintendo-related gaming news. On today's show, Nintendo Switch 2, where is it? When's it coming? Is it even going to be any good? Am I even excited for it? No, I'm not. To be brutally honest, I'm tired of Nintendo and I'm bored. I just didn't want to admit it. I'm not alone when I say that this generation for games has been boring. Am I lying? I've been thinking it for a very long time now. I thought maybe you're getting older and you just don't like games anymore, but it's not me, it's this generation. I didn't get my Nintendo Switch on launch. Every single console that I've ever had, I've bought on day one. Get me in the queue, get me in the line. I'm ready. Take my money. I waited 10 months till I got my Nintendo Switch. Why? Because I could already play everything on my Wii U. There's nothing unique about this generation because you're stretching the games across generations. Most of the games that come out on PS4 are available on PS5. God of War, Last of Us, Horizons. What is the point of me buying the PlayStation 5 if I can just play them all? Yeah, 4K and blah blah blah, refresh rates and megahertz, and I'm not bothered. I'm actually not bothered. Microsoft appeared to not be able to even put a game out across two generations. Microsoft's first party output has been absolutely horrendous. They can't release a game, and when they do release a game, it's absolutely shocking. It bombs in sales, or they shut down the developers who made the game. You had Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, amazing, great. It looked better, the resolution was slightly better on the Switch. But to be honest, it was built to be played on the Wii U with my gamepad. Mario Kart on the Switch was the same game that I played when I brought my Wii U 4 years prior to that. I had no reason to buy a Switch because I've already got that game. The game that you're now advertising on the Switch, I've got it. I've been playing it for 4 years. It's nothing new. Playing Mario Kart for 10 years. That's not okay. That's not okay. You can't not give us a Mario Kart for 10 years. You can't do that, Nintendo. You had Splatoon. Splatoon 2 came out on the Switch, but it just looks like Splatoon 1 on the Wii U. What's the point of me buying a Switch when I've got my Wii U? I mean, don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong with launching games on both systems. I get it. Whether it's because of the install base, they're broke at the moment. They've got no money. So I get it. Release it on two systems. But I have no reason to buy your new system. The point I'm making is, I wasn't excited about the Switch when it came out. I wasn't stunned, I wasn't floored. That's the first time that's ever happened. The Wii U was like my first look at Nintendo in high definition. It was spectacular, the graphics looked amazing, the games were exciting. This was like Nintendo dipping their toes into next gen gaming for the first time. The Switch didn't have the same impact though. All the games were just repeated from the Wii U. We literally just got port after port after port. You just regurgitated everything that I brought in the Wii U and put it on another console and expected me to buy it all again. I think that's when I was like, you know what, Nintendo? I can't take this no more. No more! I just think there's been no super exciting games this generation. I mean, we've had returning franchises, we've had sequels to games that we know and love, but they're not exciting. All of Nintendo's first party games have sold incredibly well on the Switch. Most of them, to be fair, 90% of the games that have launched on the Switch have had guaranteed success. Metroid doesn't traditionally sell well, but yet it still sold, 2 million copies? Pikmin almost sold 4 million copies. Every single Nintendo franchise is eating this generation. They're all doing well, from decent to amazing sales. It just goes to show that franchises that don't normally sell well still sold well on Nintendo Switch. But we still got no Star Fox, we've got no F-Zero, we got no Donkey Kong. The Switch was the perfect time to launch new games in all of these series, and you didn't. I miss Nintendo. I miss Nintendo. Do you know when Nintendo's just at its craziest, at its most bonkers, at its most experimental? It's when we get Nintendo at its best. I feel like they just don't take a risk anymore. They're not taking risks anymore. I'm not seeing any of this unique creativity coming from Nintendo. They're just playing it safe. And hear me out, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the Switch isn't Nintendo at its finest. It is. The Switch is a great gimmick. It's something that only Nintendo would think of. A console that's a handheld and a home console where you can pop off the controllers and give one to your friend to play multiplayer. The Switch is an amazing concept. That is the Nintendo magic of what I've seen. It just stopped. It just stopped. It's not carried on throughout the lifetime of the system. I mean, yeah, we got Nintendo Labo, which is great. I enjoyed Nintendo Labo. Do you know what I mean? I liked it. But you did do a lot with it. But it didn't sell well. But to be honest, you did put in a good graph there, Nintendo, because you had the Mario Kart, the little steering wheel that you could build, and you could play Mario Kart and stay with it. And then you had the what else did you have? You actually included like VR support in Mario Odyssey and Smash Brothers. You could play that in VR using the VR Labo headset. I tried that. I mean, it hurt my eyes. The resolution was extremely low and it was terribly pixelated. But these are the kind of like unique gameplay experiences that I want to see more of. And we never got that. We did get Wii Fit Adventure, you know, the next generation, the next evolution of Wii Fit. And that was great. I bought that. I played it 3 times because I don't like exercise. Do you know what I thought? Nintendo, if anyone's going to get me to exercise, it's going to be Nintendo. So I brought the Ring Fit, ready to play it during lockdown. Yeah, I played it 3 times and then finished. But I might actually bring that back out again and play it. I need to finish that. Oh my god, that's a whole game that I've got that I need. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to play that. Ring Fit Adventure sold really well. That's like one of the best-selling games on the Nintendo Switch. But Nintendo didn't do any more with it. I mean, it's hardly begging for a sequel, but the point I'm making is that Nintendo stopped experimenting this generation. They got complacent. Nintendo doesn't own the handheld market anymore like it used to when the Switch came out. It has competition now from other console manufacturers. You've got the Steam Deck, you've got the ROG Ally, you've got there's loads of them. I haven't got time to run them down. There's rumours that Microsoft is doing an Xbox handheld. That's coming out soon. Nintendo need to put some elbow grease in. Work a bit harder. You've got far too comfortable this generation. It's like you got into a relationship and you're like, I'm doing so well, I don't need to do anymore. And then you just give up. And now you're just laying on the sofa, not even getting dressed in the daytime. Just sat there in your own mess, eating, while you reap all the rewards. Can you just try a bit harder, please? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it's because of old age. I don't know, but Nintendo are losing me. They are losing me a bit. But then again, it's Nintendo, then again, let's deep it. Sometimes I have to put my proper thinking hat on and think, you know what? The next 5 years are going to be absolutely insane for Nintendo because we've got a new console coming, which means brand new games in installments, brand new franchises. It means I can finally play Mario Kart. We've got a new Super Mario Brothers movie coming out. There's a Zelda movie coming out, and God knows what else Nintendo's got planned. More TV shows, we don't know, cartoons. And we don't know. We've got the new theme park coming out. We've got new rides. Like, the next 5 years are also going to be super exciting. So with that being said, let's talk about the Switch 2 now. Because now I'm starting to think about it. I've just hyped myself up a bit. Let's talk about the Switch 2. I would like to talk about what I envision seeing happening with the Switch 2. Or at least what do I expect to see from the new console? What do I hope to hear? Because I just pray to the old gods under new that Nintendo don't f this up.